I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your friend, guy. I am not your guy, friend. I'm not your buddy, guy. Why won't they leave me alone?
Fluffy pillows, kiss my ass. Put that in your book. Jesus is here!
How? Did Lance Corporal Dawson tell you to give Santiago a code red? How? Don't look at him! How? Don't look at him! How?
Nobody punches the Jesus.
light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in. As soon as possible.
Fucking Democrat.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
From Metro Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation. It truly is, and I would like to say that I myself, Brian P. Gallagher, have been marked safe today from falling asleep at least 7 times, farting twice, and shitting myself at the defense table for my own corrupt criminal trial. If I ever find myself in a criminal trial like that at the defense table, I can guarantee that I will not be falling asleep, shitting myself, farting like crazy. This is the guy that you say needs to run the country, you irresponsible fucks on that side. I do want to give a couple of notes here. I was really in a big hurry today. I passed a certification test earlier today, so I'm very happy about that. So I am celebrating.
Congratulations,
I
Brian.
did not get my normal.
Cheers,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank you. And we can clang
Cheers.
today because I got glass bottles. I did not get my normal cans, my pints today. I got my glass bottles, and I got something else too, Di.
I know. I heard. I saw.
I did, and
you
heard the weight of it, but this is called a Canagar. There are.
Are you planning on stinking up my basement right now?
There are cigars.
Ooh boy. No, that's what. That's.
And then there are
in Detroit, we call that a blunt, but that's like too bougie to be a blunt.
It is. It's a Canagar.
It's so bougie.
Look at this. I'm gonna fire this bad boy up.
I feel like
we got fresh leaves wrapped around the outside. This is a Monticello from the Cuba region.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this'll.
Congratulations. No. Explain to the people what you got. You were it's like a mini bar thing that you passed.
It's the equivalent of the baby bar, but
baby bar.
Not in California. It is global and it is specific to data privacy. So I just passed something that handled all the the 27 data privacy regulations around the world, the 15 in the United States, and the other patchworks that are coming through, including learning about the new federal data protection regulation that's going to be proposed and come through. This is very boring for our audience. I know this is just what I do for a daily thing, but
it's a big deal.
My celebration.
It's a big deal, babe. And
I'm still not an attorney, but I am certified now.
No, again, congratulations. It is a big deal, and you got to get a different lighter, babe. Yeah, I have a whole bucket. I have a whole bucket full. There's. Don't worry about it. You'll get to it sooner or later. Anybody get a lighter? We're only called the lighters.
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your.
Brian's gonna celebrate, and I'm gonna talk about.
I'm gonna pass this around. This really is like a cigar, but with weed.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle it right now, bruh. And I highly doubt Tony's gonna take a hit.
Tony, you want to hit it?
All right, he's gonna hit it.
You might have to light it again.
Okay.
Just saying. It really is like a cigar. Here, here's a fresh one for you. Right there. So, woo!
Well, again, congratulations.
Hello, lighters.
Good job.
Thank you.
It's not every day that shit happens. And just like today, when it's not every day, you are the subject of not only a SCOTUS case, but a criminal trial that you have to sit your fat ass in. I didn't hear about him shitting and farting, sharting today in court. I didn't hear about that.
Well, I know the first 2 days, wasn't it like 5 times and he fell asleep and he at least farted twice, but somebody said one of those was a shart. They're pretty certain by the smell of it. But, I mean, he's loaded with Depends. I mean, he's wearing Depends all the time.
It's
so.
not...
It just goes to show that he's not capable of being the president of the United States if he's going to fall asleep because he can't keep his concentration together, and if he's going to shit himself every time he falls asleep. Come on. Vote blue. Blue wave.
We've known about his incontinence for a long time. This is not fucking new. And it's not even really about that, Brian. I mean, that's the joke. But seriously,
I think some people were serious about it. I think people seriously said that he did shit himself at least one of those times. That he used his Depends at least one of those times. People said that there was an awful funk around him. That there was
people said we've already covered
shit
it.
Smell.
We
Yeah, Trump smells. Yeah. People declared that happened on day 2, I think, of the jury selection. So,
yeah.
Makes sense to me that he shit himself at that point.
Well,
that thing is not easy to smoke. I'm not going to smoke that anymore. I'm going to go back to my tried and true.
Well, I've been trying to cover 2 cases today. And that has been his election fraud case.
Much better. With
David Pecker and the whole scandal there.
Yeah.
And then also his immunity in SCOTUS, which is very fucking serious. And if you listen to any of this, you would be horrified. Especially after you just took this like lawyer test that, I don't know.
I heard about it, yeah. And I heard the argument.
The arguments
which is crazy.
The arguments are horrendous. You could just, Do
you agree that if your political opponent starts to lead you in the polls, that it would be an official act for you to have SEAL Team 6 take them out? And the response was not, oh, of course not, that's absurd. The response was, well, if there was an impeachment process beforehand, then yes, you could go after prosecuting
and
that.
Convicted.
And impeached and convicted, yeah. Which is beyond crazy. Okay, so I think they put SCOTUS in a position where SCOTUS either has to fully buy into the crazy, or they have to do this split decision and split it off into, what's personal and what is an official act, and then they have to define what official act is. That could take years. They have put themselves in a position where they will not be affecting the case can move forward, essentially, at this point, while they define the legality of what is, this thing that they're saying, what is an official act. We have to define what an official act is. That's what SCOTUS now has to do.
Well, they've brought this case to the line of absurdity. Oh, really?
They crossed it a long time ago.
Oh, well, of course.
Long time ago.
It's a delay. It's more delay. We know it. We know the SCOTUS won't fucking do anything about this probably until June. I mean, they can delay it till June, which would guarantee we would not see a trial before the election. So basically, this has been a long game. They've been working it for years. They got their fucking way, and now they're gonna fucking, really push it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell
push
me
it real good.
You're gonna tell me a president has immunity? They fucked themselves either way. And hear me out here.
Big time.
A president has immunity if they do it during the Biden administration.
As an official act,
then Biden has presidential immunity. He can have Trump arrested.
He can establish a coup.
And
he can say he is in power for the rest of his life, and that is an official act.
But Biden would never do that.
No.
Of course.
Trump would.
What I'm saying is Biden would say, okay, enough is enough. I'm done. He's done crimes. We know it. At least put him in jail and cut him off from his goddamn social media while he goes to fucking trial. And I'm hypothetical here.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And let me just finish.
Yeah.
Either that, or they wait until after and they say, oh, a president has immunity. And Biden wins, they're fucked. Trump wins, they're still fucked. Because guess what? Trump will make them go poof and fucking disappear, just like everything, because he'll be dictator. So they fucked themselves. Either way you look at it.
Yeah.
Either, neither. I don't give a fuck. They're gonna fuck themselves.
There's one
they
major thing that
cannot
they need
make
to
a
do.
decision, and that's my opinion.
There's one major thing that
They
Biden needs to
won't
follow
make
through
a
with
decision
doing.
on this. I don't even think they'll kick it back down to the other court, the lower court. I don't know. I just feel like they will not make a decision on this because
They're not going to define
he
it.
He owns 6 of them.
They'll do a punting, and they're not going to define it. And this is more and more reason why Biden, while he's still president, needs to expand the court.
We can't do it until after the election.
Why not?
We don't have the House, and we don't have the House.
That's true. That's true. We don't.
Our
have
margins
the House,
aren't
but
big enough either.
I don't know. The way they've been fucking around in the House, though, it seems like, I mean, we're almost getting House Speaker Jeffries just by
Don't
the
you need
Republicans'
2/3
incompetence.
to do that? You need 2/3 vote.
You need you need
What do you call it? Mega majority or what the MAGA?
No.
A MAGA majority.
You need a MAGA majority.
Yeah.
They need a MAGA majority. Yeah.
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
2/3 of the Senate to like.
Yeah, it's
impeach or
not
do
like
anything like that. Like
217 to 218. It's not
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's that you need a lot more than that. And well,
again, rules that Republicans made themselves, but of course they'll fucking break it in 2 fucking seconds just to get what they fucking want. And it was really rich of fucking Mitch McConnell coming out and disinformation.
That's way too much noise for a Mitch impersonation. Mitch is Mitch the Glitch. He's going to walk out to the cameras and...
He was just fucking... He blamed it all on Tucker Carlson and all the shit. I'm like, dude...
Yeah. I heard the Tucker Carlson... I'm like, briefly heard something about the Tucker Carlson thing. Yeah.
What about
They've turned their back on him, huh?
What about the fucking shit
They're done with
you've
his
done, you
fall
fucktard?
tanning.
You shat on every fucking rule you ever made,
And
especially when it came to the goddamn SCOTUS.
glitch out on an every other day basis. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not well. Retire. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's these people, once they get into politics and once they get into a spot of power, they cling to it like nobody's business. Every once in a while, you get somebody that's actually concerned about the people like Obama was.
And then we didn't even talk about the PECKER thing yet. PECKER thing is now like,
Let's
oh
talk
my
Peckers.
God. The PECKER thing, he's spilling the fucking beans. And he's
This
still
is how
like,
it goes.
And he still says, no, don't bring it up. He's hot.
I'm following her direction.
And it covers his face.
And she wants to see all of this.
Yes. The thing is, he's leaning forward and he's not sitting up in his chair. That's the other issue.
Hot on the show.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you got to sit up in your chair. Look at yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to sit back like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
How's
then
that?
bring the mic forward so you can hear. Yeah.
Bring the mic forward.
He's not hot in the stream.
Okay.
Well, you won't know. See, he wants to lean on the table.
So now
now
by the
you
way,
just sit up like
I
a
do.
good
I
boy at the
naturally
table.
do this when I talk. I lean on the table and I use my hand a little bit, so I'm slightly
I know. Well,
making
now-
fun of the
But
Italians.
when
I
you
don't know.
lean in, now you're getting hot.
Yeah.
So, gotta watch. We're trying to watch our levels. That's all. Anyway, where was I? So we get to the PECKER thing today, and I'm like, motherfuck. We got the immunity thing going on at SCOTUS. You got his literal criminal election.
But back to PECKER.
Election interference.
Yeah. That's the
I'm
whole thing
talking
about
it. Why are you
Yeah.
interrupting me?
I'm just saying. I'm just
The
trying to
election
focus in.
interference.
Yep.
For fuck's sake, dude.
What? I'm saying yeah.
No, give me a break. I'm trying to get my fucking sentence out.
Go for it.
I know you're 50 steps ahead already.
I'm not.
I'm not
I
there
haven't been
yet.
watching this shit this week at all.
And all the fucking salacious shit that's been coming out of the Pecker fucking trial. It's been pretty, like, just, we knew there was shit and shenanigans going on. But wow, the extent and the extreme and the money and I have no idea, like, how to even, the enormity of it all, and how even the mainstream media was like, tonight, they were like, we had no idea this shit was going on. Are you kidding? If any of us, but, the National Enquirer doesn't have ethical journalistic standards.
But this doesn't work this way just at the National Enquirer. This works everywhere.
Well, I'm saying National Enquirer, and it's specifically because of the case, and because we know it's a fucking rag. We know it's just fucking. I mean, you can't hold,
It's the low-hanging fruit, yeah.
Yeah. And then yesterday, the most infuriating thing was listening to these motherfuckers argue about abortion and how to the SCOTUS, and how literally they were arguing to let women die.
I missed this case entirely. Yeah.
See, that's what I was trying to get to, Brian, and I'm sorry.
Oh,
I didn't mean to be a bitch. But I'm like, there's 3 major cases here. 2 major SCOTUS cases. Him literally in a fucking criminal trial right now. You got the immunity and the abortion. If this abortion thing wouldn't be coming up, if he hadn't he hadn't appointed those motherfuckers, none of them should be able to even talk about this. You should all be recused.
Right. So what happened in the abortion case? Because that's the one that I didn't follow
at all. Oh, my God.
All.
Okay, so let me get into my some of my notes.
I didn't hear anything about it because everybody sees Trump's name, Trump's immunity case, Trump's criminal case.
You don't even know.
That's all the shit that was in the main headlines.
Well, honey, that's the thing. They don't want the mainstream people of America to realize what's going on in hospitals around the country when the women are being turned away. They're literally having miscarriages and bleeding out in hospital bathrooms. They're calling 911 while they're in a hospital bathroom.
And anyone that tries to help them
and dying
can go to jail. In some of these states,
security guards are making them go to their car, and they're having miscarriages in their car.
Texas, Florida,
they're having
North Carolina,
miscarriages all over the fucking place. There is so much blood on their fucking hands. It is so disgusting.
Yeah.
And okay, I've got but I don't even know where to start, and I'm trying to find the notes on it because it's been.
Well, what's the case about initially? What's the 10,000-foot view on the case?
Well,
what's
several
this one that they're
states. Several states. Okay, here's just a glimpse. David Hogg, gun rights activist.
Yeah.
I've seen hundreds of tweets about how telling women to stop having sex if they don't want to become pregnant, but I've seen 0 calls for men to become celibate. It will never cease to amaze me how little men are blamed for someone's getting pregnant. It's all about control and patriarchy. We've got, Idaho, Kansas, Arizona. Arizona was last week. What the fuck was it this week? Some fucking awful shit again. I forget. I don't even know what state. I want to say it was Idaho. Jojo from Jersey. So Republicans are so pro-life. They're currently arguing in front of the Supreme Court that a hospital can let a woman die before letting her have an abortion.
Well, what's the case? That's what I'm asking. What's that case?
Honey, there's thousands of them. They're all over the country.
No, what's the case that's in front of the Supreme Court right now, though?
I don't know. Idaho or Iowa or...
Oh, okay.
You guys tell me. I don't fucking know. It's so fucked up.
Idaho, yes. Elizabeth says.
So, and Michelle said, consider who would be a jury of Trump's peers, spoiled, rotten rich men who spent their entire lives cheating, lying, raping, ripping people off, committing endless crimes, fraternizing with mobsters. This is what we're dealing with. This shit has been going on for a long time. And everything is connected. Everything with this motherfucker is connected. He got compromised from the RNC when the Russians hacked it, when they hacked the fucking DNC. They spilled all the beans they could. They made Hillary look bad. They fucking dropped the fucking pussy tape. Next thing is a John Podesta and WikiLeaks leak. And Donald Trump, I love WikiLeaks. Remember that? No, probably not. But anyway.
I do remember him saying that. And I remember WikiLeaks being.
We have this cover-up. Literally, crazy. Donald Trump paid Stormy Daniels in late October. A week or two before the fucking election.
Right. Yeah, as part of the catch and kill.
Well, that's what I'm
program.
saying.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
But
all of it. He was elected by all the right religious fucking fucktards. They put all his money and everything behind him. So did all the Russians. Right? We already know this. Funneling through churches and all this fucking shit. Same thing with the fucking NRA. Funnel Russians into fucking Russian money into fucking Republicans' coffers so they would fight for getting these Supreme Court justices because they knew, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was going to die and they knew that he would have picks. They knew it. It was inevitable. That's why it was so dangerous to the Heritage Foundation and the Federalist Society that Hillary not get elected. They were all in cahoots together. This is like fucking not a pyramid scheme. It's like a wheel. Spokes were going out like this. Everybody was trying to fucking
Rico.
Web.
It was a web of lies, and everybody was trying to fucking get Donald Trump because of their own interests. Oil and gas industries. Fucking all the lobbyists who've lobbied against regulations about putting shit in our fucking lakes and in our fucking air. They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck about us. This is all proof. What we've just witnessed in the last 48 hours. I'm like, all the things are going off in my brain just going, this motherfucker's thing connected to this motherfucking thing. And this motherfucking thing is gonna, look at this. Alito, misogynist, who went on fancy trips with his billionaire sugar daddy, Paul Singer. Paul Singer is not one of the ones you hear often. It was Harlan Crow and Leo Leonard. But Paul Singer's in on this one too. Who mocked women while gloating in Rome. Who destroyed Roe. Who said we were wrong to criticize him. Who forced his religion on us. Is now trying to lecture women. Not today, Satan. Fuck you. We're not going back. This is the same motherfucker who went back to his 1600 law to fuck with Roe, to fucking demolish Roe, and now we've got laws in states going back to the fucking 1800s. This is a war on women. This is a war on Americans. People need to wake the fuck up. It's not just the salacious hookers and P-tapes and this. It's all a fucking big psyop campaign. And if we don't fucking wake up to it, it's coming from every ounce of our fucking life. This motherfucker has taken over everything in the last fucking 10 years. Bill Barr, we just found out that Jeff Sessions was in Trump's pocket today from PECKER. I mean, what the fuck? It's like, really wake the fuck up and see it from a bigger 30,000 foot view. That's the 30,000 foot view. It's not the specific case and the specificities and getting into the weeds and the specifics. It's seeing the whole thing as a huge fucking picture and how this has been going on not since just 2015. This has been going on for a long fucking time. This has been going on since
Stop breaking the law,
the
asshole!
birther movement. You know, when he was the birth certificate with Obama. This has been going on. Pecker today said we've been friends forever, and I've been suppressing stories about Donald Trump for decades. Think about all the other women who've signed NDAs with fucking Inquirer that we don't know about.
They called him New York's most eligible bachelor
While
when he was
married.
He was always married.
You see what I'm saying from the bigger picture? Like, it needs to be. You couldn't write this fucking. You couldn't have a big enough fucking wall with enough fucking red yarn to tie this shit together.
That's true, but the basis of whatever this case is could be the real nitty-gritty as to what's going to affect people coming forward. Are they trying to decide what unborn child means? Is that what it's about, or?
No, it's really about. This is what it's about. Let's nitpick this thing to death. Remember when we were arguing over the word "if"?
Oh,
from like
I work with attorneys. I've spent
whatever,
3 hours arguing over the words between and the in a contract. Literally, and the.
How about must disclose your tax returns? Must. What the fuck does that word mean? You motherfucking have to? Do you have to put the motherfucking have to?
It all comes down to the
no,
verbiage.
but you see what I mean? That's what they're arguing. Does he have immunity? Well, he has immunity to, start a war like we did in fucking Vietnam, and like we fucking, bomb these fucking people. We had, you can mute, but that's to do it for the security of the national security.
But they couldn't start a war in Vietnam without
Donald
the Congress
Trump is
and
a
without
walking
the
national
Senate
security.
approving it first. Same thing that we had going into Iraq. Same thing that we had going into Afghanistan.
Literally,
they have to
SCOTUS
approve
today
it.
asked the lawyers, is it okay for him to fucking disclose national security secrets?
That's right, yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, sure, same thing.
His attorneys were all for it.
He has to be impeached, and
yeah.
he has to be impeached, and
It's
he has
insane.
to be, what do you call it?
You have to be impeached and convicted prior to getting there.
It's like, give
which
me a
doesn't
fucking
make any
break.
sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Shrug
because
my shoulders.
if you,
I'm like, what the fuck?
If you broke that law, you're saying that you have to impeach them and convict them of a law that they eventually have immunity to. It's circular logic and it makes no sense. This is somebody out on the playground who says, okay, you get the red flag and you get the blue flag, but I always win with the green flag. Go! Some little kid's logic in their head going out there. Every one of his legal defenses is little kid logic.
And I swear to God, he got compromise from Pecker, from Epstein, from the FBI, and
got
whoever
a lot of money
else.
from Epstein,
he
for
got
sure.
a lot of fucking compromise about a lot of fucking people, and that's why they caved. That's why Lindsey Graham still licks his ballsack. That's why Bill Barr goes out there, trash talks him on fucking on mainstream media, but he goes, oh yeah, I'll still vote for him.
I think Epstein taught him to videotape everybody. I think Epstein taught him to surveil everybody. And once
Just
he had
like Putin did.
Once he had the government to be his surveillance.
Putin did the same fucking thing.
Yep.
Compromise on everyone.
Well, that's because Putin was part of KGB. I mean,
and
come on.
I'm sorry. You think, show me where you think I'm wrong, because I really don't think I'm wrong. No, I'm not saying that people are saying that I'm wrong. I'm just going, Jesus Christ. I just had a big step back today, and I just go, what the fuck are we talking about? This guy stole our national security secrets, and he wants immunity?
We're talking about a megalomaniacal Bond villain who basically thinks that he is above the law in everything in the world, and he is trying to utilize the one most shocking piece of video footage in the last 100 years, which was Nixon admitting in the middle of a heated debate with an interviewer, not another debater, an interviewer, who got him to spill, if a president does it, it's not illegal. And that's not the case.
That's what Trump wants.
That's what he wants. That's what he's utilizing. That's his fantasy.
You give a president immunity, we have a monarchy here. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a reason we have a judicial branch, which is separate from the executive branch.
There's a reason why they left fucking Europe and came here in the goddamn first place under, I'm not saying that what they said or what they did was fucking great, but we have a fucking country and we're trying to be better. It's never been great. We're trying to make it better. This has been a major, what do you call it?
Clusterfuck?
Clusterfuck of epic proportions to just deter us away from democracy into autocracy and dictatorship.
Hey, I'm a Star Trek fan.
I'm going to scream about it forever.
We should have a universal federation at this point. We should be working as a planet, not working as individual countries. I'm all for that. I think that's the way to go. We should move people forward. We should reach a hand out and lift up those that don't have what we have. That's what we should be doing as a human race. We shouldn't be saying we shouldn't be kicking them off our pant legs, which is basically what the right wants to do with all the homeless. Every single country in the world where they have spent a little bit of money and putting the homeless into unused housing, the homeless love it. They fix it up. It actually works better.
The thing is, Brian, you can
gives
pick
them a home,
one
gives them a
issue.
leg up.
You can pick one issue, but guess what? What's the reason why we have so many homeless? Ronald motherfucking Reagan.
Reaganomics. Yeah.
Right?
Trickle down was nothing but splooge up.
No, and he also closed all the mental hospitals. So all those mental people who needed help and could get help and maybe fix themselves.
It's part of the plan.
Hold on. Maybe fix themselves, right? And become another part of society again. Now they're brushed out. Now they're in jail. Now you have a criminal record. Now they're non-voters. That's what they wanted. They wanted to they wanted to jail so many fucking black people during the war on drugs so that they could not fucking vote anymore.
He's got a joint. Beat him up and throw him in prison for life.
Yeah, oh, the white guy, though? The white guy, oh, let him go. His dad's the head of the football.
He decapitated a hooker with meth? Oh, go ahead. Oh, he's a go on, good boy. Oh, wait a minute. He took his rifle and he crossed state lines and he murdered 2 other people? Shot a third? Oh, let's reward him. Give him some water and ride home. Because that last part was real. Not satire. Not a joke.
I hope you guys are fucking as outraged as I am. And when you see this shit going down, you're like, okay, we can talk logistics. We can talk about the criminal and the fucking every word and every little tiny fucking tidbit. But guess what? That's all a distraction from the bigger fucking picture. This motherfucker fucked our country. He's been doing it for fucking 10 years. It needs to stop. He needs to face accountability, period. Otherwise, we're not really the United States of America anymore. It's not real.
When you play the system, you know enough to not release your taxes for a long enough period to where you delay the discovery so that you delay the start of your criminal court cases so that you can blame the other side for why are they starting them now. You can play the game. That's the whole thing. When we look at what the minutiae are, that's where the game is played.
When you got somebody like Lindsey Graham talking shit about you, you can be like, hey, I'm going to invite you to come play golf with me. I'm going to show you the compromise I have on you, and you are going to never say a bad word about me again.
Where we believe there are no microphones. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Trump's last 2 months, there were meetings with all kinds of people on the golf course that were not golfing. And there were about 14 guys standing around telling Trump how he should putt.
I remember that picture.
How you should take this putt. That's what they said it was about.
Today in the trial, we found out James Comey was in one of those meetings. He was in a meeting with David fucking PECKER.
Yeah. Yeah.
James Comey. And then how long after that meeting did he start the fucking new investigation on Hillary? I'm just asking questions here.
I'm just saying that I stick by my original evaluation of the whole situation. I think every one of these scenarios starts with like a Bond villain theme, and then somebody opens a door.
That's fucking fake. This is real.
That's what I'm saying, is that
you can't write this shit.
Are real villains. These are really people who are affecting people. These are really people who are killing people, not by the hundreds, not by the thousands, not by the tens of thousands, but by the hundreds of thousands at the least. There are a lot of these individuals who are just forcing things through the system, and they're doing it through the minutiae.
Women out of fucking red states from hospitals. They're vacuuming them out of hospitals in red states to a blue state so they won't fucking die.
And they're dumb enough to think that women aren't going to come out en masse against them.
They thought we were going to forget.
No, they thought you were just going to lay back and take it because you're a woman. You're supposed to.
Yeah,
that's what they think, not me. That's not what I'm saying.
It. Fuck you.
That's
we're
what
not
those women are supposed. That's what those assholes are thinking.
We're not going back.
Yeah.
You flipped the
That's what you
bitch
need.
switch, and we're done.
I like that. That's good. I can't say it, but I like that.
No, you can say it all day long.
I can't. I don't like to say it. I don't prefer to use that term myself.
It's not what they would say in Scotland.
Well, in Ireland, your buddies are cunt, so
you just
that's a whole different thing there.
It's been this war, really a war on the American people, but specifically, if you take the rights away from women, you can take the rights away from anyone, and they just did that. They already did it. They did it in 2022. They did it with SCOTUS.
I prefer that they came after me first, because I think them coming after women is despicable, and I abhor it.
It's where it starts, babe.
I abhor it, yeah.
It's where
absolutely
it starts.
Abhor it, yeah. I am 100%, 1,000% behind women's rights on this. Women need to come out en masse.
But we need you guys there, right behind us, going, we're supporting our ladies. And
what do you think I'm doing?
Stay away from my lady friend.
What do you think I'm doing? Yeah, of course, every time.
Fuck it. Need to be out there.
I support women so much, I had everything snipped.
I know. We've already heard the story.
I know.
It's not a tumor.
But we've also heard about...
you guys need to be louder.
How loud do you want me to be?
I want you to be louder. I want you to be like, every fucking day, this is fucking bullshit. I'm pissed.
Okay.
I'm pissed. Do you ever...
I actually agree with that, because every day I am pissed that, women's rights are being taken away, because that affects the women that I love.
To anybody else but me, to your wife.
How do you know?
Do you say it to anybody else in public?
So I say it to my wife and to you, and who else do you want me to say it to every day?
I don't know. Do you go to the bar and be like, oh, jeez, to the bartender and be like, oh, jeez, the fuck are they doing to your rights?
Do you think that I go in there and pretend that I'm Republican?
No.
So why are you saying that I should say it to the bartender? Of course I say it to the bartender.
Okay.
I say it to the bartender, the people next to me. I say it to the people in the smoking lounge.
I'm just asking.
I say it everywhere. No, you're not asking. You're telling me that I need to do something every day that I do every day.
Okay, I don't know. You don't tell me.
I don't give you a daily report. Fuck off for me.
Okay, yeah, I don't get the fucking daily report.
Jesus wept on the fucking cross. He did.
No, but you know what I mean.
You know, what I mean is that I fully support women every single time.
I know
I've never had a conversation where I've said fuck women. I've always supported women everywhere, in every situation, every time.
I know.
Violated.
I know. I'm taking my anger out on you. It's not right.
Well, if you find a situation where I didn't support a woman,
I'm
then you can
fucking
come
mad,
after me.
and I want everybody. I feel like I just silenced the whole room, and you guys don't know what to say.
Why won't they leave me?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're telling me you need to do it every day. Of course, I do it every day. I do it every day with every breath. What are you talking?
Yeah.
I'm getting a beer. You want one?
Warning?
I'm with all of you. Get me one too, will you? it's infuriating, you guys. I get so fucking mad. And the last 48 hours watching them be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to argue that, hospitals can kill women because, SCOTUS. But I don't know anything about lady parts. And then today they're like, oh,
Shouldn't
yeah.
be judging them then.
A president is immune, really, from causing an insurrection, almost killing his fucking VP, and selling our nuclear secrets.
Kind of would have been okay with that.
I don't even know. The list is too long of the crimes.
Yeah. I don't know. The Mike Pence thing, I can't get behind that because, I was really scared about Mike Pence because, Donald Trump is a fucking clown and we need to get rid of him, but Mike Pence is fucking the Antichrist.
It's worse.
Yeah, he's so Christian and so crazy. He probably takes a shower with his underwear on all the time so his wife never sees his pecker.
Well, and you know what, Brian? I'll tell you what. There's something we also found out today. Everybody around him knew he was a piece of shit back 2015, 2016. You got Hope Hicks. You got Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Pence is one of those guys who's been a piece of shit since he was 8 years old.
I really wasn't talking about. I was talking about today in the Pecker trial.
Yeah.
The Pecker trial.
Who are you talking about though? That was an asshole back then. Trump?
Donald Trump.
Of course.
All the people who were working for him knew he was a piece of shit back then.
Yeah.
And they were covering up for him. They were negotiating in the White House whether or not to extend Karen McDougal's contract with fucking the Inquirer. Give me a fucking break. We've got bigger fucking issues to deal with, and you're covering up his sex crimes, or not even sex crimes, just his affairs.
Something that could have swayed a lot of the independent voters.
It's mind-boggling. It's infuriating, especially to find out the shit's been going on for so long. Bill Barr and everybody knew about it. Jeff Sessions knew about it. Jim Comey knew about it. They're not screaming at the top of the... If one of them had come out, then it would have been an avalanche of the rest of them coming out going, this is fucking horseshit, this is what he said, this is what he did, bing, 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 bing. We would have been done with this a long fucking time. He would have been impeached, he would have been convicted, we would have had Pence, but I'd rather deal with his religious horseshit than...
I don't know, he'd have pressed a button. I really was scared of Pence.
No, because he can't do anything without Mother. Remember, he can't do anything without Mother.
I know.
And that would have been the meme.
They might read scripture and shit and press a button. That's what I'm saying.
That would have been the meme of a lifetime. And my wife, Carrot, everybody would have called her
I was
Carrot
so happy
forever.
when that one general was saying that, they knew that when Trump was in charge of the football, they're like, well, we have to have a secondary layer, so they put a secondary layer in. I'm so happy to hear about that because that would have stopped Pence from starting Armageddon because he would have thought that he was going off to a better place. And the rest of us would have been stuck here in nuclear fallout. So I'm so happy that, they announced that there was this second layer. Once Trump got his a hold of the football. They actually said that on 60 Minutes. They had a whole thing with, was it General Milley? Millie Smalley,
I don't know.
One of those, I don't know.
He had so many goddamn people in and out of his fucking administration, I can't remember.
But they were so worried about him that they put secondary, controls in place to make certain that he couldn't start World War III.
Right, yeah.
And that's important, and I'm very glad to hear that because my biggest fear was that Trump was going to get taken out or he was going to get arrested and taken out, and Pence was going to rise to power. And once Pence rises to power, it's I answer to Jesus only, that's what I was afraid of.
Look at how far that got fucking Moses Micro Johnson.
Look how far it got everyone in Venezuela or everyone in Turkey or everyone in,
it doesn't
Cyprus.
last long. It doesn't last long. It's a blip.
I don't know. The religious zealots that get in there.
I'll tell you what. Mike Pence in the garage wherever he was held up during Jan 6th. There was no religion there that day. He might have been praying, but he had his family there, and he was trying to figure out who blocked my security card from getting in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucker took this long to be like, no, I won't.
I'd say he had a come to Jesus moment, but he already had it.
4 years later, it takes him to be like, nope, I'm not going to endorse Trump. 4 years later.
Yeah. Because he knows that
what
he's teetering on...
What compromise does he have on Mike Pence? Is it a young boy or a dead girl? That's what they say. That's what they say. Young boy or dead girl. I mean, literally, I don't fucking care. The problem is they're all compromised, and they stuck with him too long. How many outs did they have? They had the pussy grabbing tape. They had good people on both sides, Charlottesville. They had impeachment number 1, impeachment number 2. You have the insurrection. You have all the fuckery we found out since then. And you're still with him. All fake. You're still with him.
He says that's all fake.
If you're still with him, that means you are in cahoots with him, and you are a criminal too, and you all need to go down.
Under RICO.
Held accountable.
This is why the RICO case was brought against him.
Yeah.
Have you seen something that I did get a chance to watch?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you're going to talk about?
A little bit. From what I was able to catch was that Arizona moved forward. Was it Arizona or Nevada? They moved forward with the charges against the fake electors. And Michigan...
Not move forward. They've been indicted.
They fully indicted.
11 people have been indicted, including with 7 others.
Michigan is the one who is moving forward. They haven't been indicted yet, but it is moving forward. It's in
we got Michigan,
a court case
Nevada,
to determine if the
Arizona and Georgia
indictment is going to be passed here in Michigan.
Fake
and it's
electors.
Going to be passed, and I've said yes. First and foremost,
they fucking recorded themselves doing the
from a fully legal opinion, regardless of what I am, a fully legal opinion on this. They signed a document saying that they were the sworn in and elected electors for this election phase. Soon as they signed that, that is either you're claiming forgery, it wasn't me, someone else signed it, I had nothing to do with it, or you committed fraud.
Yeah, Christina
There's
Bob.
No getting around that.
Christina Bob, who is the head of the election integrity at the RNC, has been indicted in Arizona along with 18 other people in a conspiracy of fraud, forgery, and fake electors. 11 fake electors in Arizona have been filmed their crime, along with Kelly Ward. And Kelly Ward, there's a video of Kelly Ward going, I want them indicted. I want them in jail. You got your wish, bitch. You're now indicted. You're one of the bad people. You're not a good guy. You're a bad guy.
And they didn't meet in the appropriate areas. They had closed off meetings. They didn't allow the certain representatives that needed to be there. Everything about this was done wrong. Everything from a legal aspect about all of this was done wrong and was done to defraud the public.
That's a thing. Is like what I was seeing today in the PECKER trial. I keep calling it PECKER trial.
It is.
Whatever. PECKER's testimony today proved to me that all these motherfuckers knew what they were doing was wrong. All of them knew what they were doing was wrong. Yeah. And they were trying to help Trump cover it up. There's so many people involved in this shit. It's like, there's like hundreds of people in this now. And it's not just, it's the fake electors. Okay, you got the 11 there. How about the 18 in Georgia?
Yeah.
You got 7 more, like, Mark Meadows, who's been indicted in Georgia and in this one.
Yeah.
And what's his name? That fucking weirdo fucking lawyer. I don't know. They're all weirdo fucking lawyers. So
Thank you.
That's hard to fucking say which weirdo fucking lawyer it is. The guy who I can't remember. It doesn't matter. To get in the weeds of it is bullshit. Gotta look at the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
John
Sometimes-
Eastman, yes.
Yep.
Thank you. Octopussy Crabber. He's got the best.
Pussy crap.
I know who it is.
He's got tweezers. He's got fucking. He had some other long ass.
Don't even get to the spork tweezers.
Spore tweezers.
Spork or sport?
Spore tweezers.
Oh.
Because his mushroom is so small, his
tweezers.
hands
Okay,
have
yeah,
become
gotcha,
spore
gotcha.
tweezers.
My mind didn't want to go to such a dark place. It wanted to
Well,
go to a happy place
if
where
I have to think about it,
where I
you
had a
do
spork
too,
and ate
motherfucker.
something. So, you know.
Oh yeah, and he had paper butt tender punchers.
Paper butt tender punchers?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like
Yeah,
flamin'?
because everybody's kissing his paper butthole. Okay, yeah.
Is that like flamin' hot flavored Depends?
So it turns out all the fake news was paid for by Donald Trump. And literally, you know, he kept saying mainstream media was fake news when he was creating fake news.
He was creating the fake news and taking awards for his own fake news.
And the other
and saying
thing,
everyone else was fake.
Well, the other thing that really bugged me is that what Rachel Maddow pointed out. She goes, you know, they only have like 150,000 subscribers or whatever we call it, you know, subscription. You know,
Viewers, yeah, whatever.
People who buy the actual magazine. And Pecker on the stand said the other day that the only thing that matters is really the cover. Because if you can get them with the cover, because the cover is sitting in grocery stores, main grocery stores all across the country. And every day, millions of people look at the cover of the Inquirer magazine while they are checking out at grocery stores all across the country.
But
what? Are you going to let me finish my sentence?
Yeah, go for it.
So millions of people see this. You think just because only 150 people buy it, 150,000 people buy it, doesn't affect, because he said the cover is the most important because they catch the eye. Even though they don't buy it, it still plants the seed. So millions of people saw this. They saw Hillary Clinton die. Oh, no, by the way, they'd never endorsed a political candidate ever before Donald Trump. So go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, but they have contracts at some of the places that they go into, like Walmart or Target, where they are not allowed to use certain words, to use certain leads on stories on the front page, and to put certain images on the front page in order to be sold in those stores. So those big hitter stores are the ones that actually held them back from a lot of...
You're wrong. Testified today. Pecker said himself, he said, I did not want to fucking put a hooker, a porn star, on the front cover of my magazine.
Because
I
it
didn't
wouldn't
want
be
to
covered.
do it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. But he did it for fucking Donald Trump.
But didn't he
Testimony today.
But he also said that it was going to hurt his sales in Target and in Walmart, because he had contracts with them that they wouldn't use the term porn.
Sales? Who cares? I don't give a fuck about his sales.
This was just what I heard earlier today.
I know, honey, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't care about his sales.
I know you don't care about this guy at all.
He manipulated millions of people. He did it on purpose. He did it for Donald Trump, just like fucking Michael Cohen Michael Cohen went to prison for this crime.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is co-conspirator number 1.
I got the video of these dumb
That was a good crack.
How come Michael goes to jail and Donnie doesn't? David Pecker. Ooh, David Pecker. I found out what he was
We all know the answer to that last question.
Immunity. You got immunity.
Immunization.
Immunization. Thank you. For what the Southern District of New York had on him, what Alvin Bragg on him, and what the FEC had on him. And so he got immunity for all those things. The inquiry would have been done if he didn't sign this deal to tell the truth about Trump. And if he doesn't tell the truth about Trump, it's going down anyway. He will go to jail if he fucks up during his... So, I mean, this is like, what I'm hearing from all the lawyers. I don't know. All I'm saying is, like, I see...
whale call.
I see immunity from SCOTUS, the abortion from SCOTUS, a fucking criminal trial, election fraud, interference, same fucking asshole. All the attention is on him. You can't get away from him, even if you tried. That's why I don't understand. Like, people must be living under a rock if they're not fucking paying attention to this shit.
I'll tell you something that we need to start looking at, though. Who's next? Who do we start?
There's a myriad of people.
We got to start watching now, right? We got to start watching now. Who's next? He's gonna go down.
I don't think you can
Or
get
die.
I don't think you can get a bigger criminal douchebag dickhead ever in this kind of fucking power again. I really don't think.
But
Not
there's
in
a lot
this
of
age,
triers. There's
not
a
in
lot
this
of players.
You can try.
Who do you got? Who do you think?
I'm not even gonna go there. What I want to continue on is my line of thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so same fucking asshole trying to keep his ass out of fucking jail.
Yeah.
He's compromised the Republican Party. He's compromised the fucking SCOTUS. When he was in office, he fucking compromised the fucking FBI and whoever else. I don't even know. It's such a bigger picture than I'm capable of. But then I see this David Pecker getting all this immunity for all these FEC violations, New York state law, the Southern District of New York. They were going to go after him too. He did this to get himself out of fucking jail. Then I circled back to, even though we don't cover this, but what we were talking about on last week's show is Netanyahu. And fuck this asshole. He's another fucking right-wing politician trying to keep his ass out of jail. While all of a sudden there's a war. And all these guys, who funded it?
Turkey,
We're finding
Hungary,
out all the funding
Iran.
came from fucking Russia and all the disinformation. And now we have
Russia and China.
college campuses around our country fighting about this war that has nothing to do with Biden, nothing, but they're blaming Biden for it.
Yeah.
Because it's all over social media that it's Biden's fault when it's really Putin pushing disinformation on TikTok and social media and Twitter. And we know Elon Musk is a fucking spooge, whatever you want to I don't even know what the fucking word is to fucking give that guy.
Gay.
Spooge.
Yeah.
That's a bad word, but I don't
You're
care.
a spooge, gay.
I don't even know. You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So I just see nothing but criminals trying to get out of accountability at the expense of the rest of us.
Yeah.
Giuliani hasn't paid a fucking shit to Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss.
Yeah. He tried bankruptcy, by the way.
Alex Jones hasn't paid shit to fucking Sandy Hook.
He's waiting on his appeal, but he's going to go down.
Appeal.
He's going to go down.
It can
Well, you
only
have to
go-
let it go through the appeals. You get two appeal processes.
There
You
should
have
be
to let
a
it go
fucking
through.
point where it stops.
There is. You just haven't gotten to it
You
yet.
get to
Be
the Supreme
patient.
Court and they're all owned by Trump.
It doesn't necessarily always go to the Supreme Court.
Well, it
can't-
has.
You have to have evidence that something was clearly missed or clearly misrepresented in a previous level to get it to the Supreme Court.
They're arguing about what goes on in my fucking pussy in the fucking Supreme Court. I think that's a fucking outrage.
I do too.
It shouldn't get there. It should be medical doctors. Who the fuck on the Supreme Court knows a goddamn thing about my twat? Not one of them.
You're absolutely right. It should be you, your doctor, nobody else really. If you want to tell your husband or significant other about it, that's up to you.
They put these people in place to fuck with our democracy and our freedoms.
Right now,
They
they're
already
using
took
it
away
to
from
fuck with
women.
your autonomy, with women's
Women
autonomy.
Our health care. Why do you think they didn't want universal health care in the United States? Oh, because that would have to cover women.
Yeah.
And women don't vote our way because we want to abolish abortion.
What the hell do you think they think Make America Great Again is? They're thinking about, like, you know, June Cleaver. They want all the women to be like June Cleaver, putting on the pearls and being subservient.
No, honey, they
subservient.
They want us literally,
Bullshit.
They want us literally to be. What did Benny Loco say the other day? You take cotton off a fucking plant and you stick it between your legs during your period, and that's what you got. That's what you got to work with. That's it. That's what we're talking about. Going back 1864, 1860. I don't give a fuck.
Back in those days of the menstruating sheds and shit like that. That's a bunch of horse shit.
So they want. Start looking at what they're doing, what they're saying. That's what they do. That's what they're saying. They want us to go so far fucking backwards that...
That's a bunch of tiny little men. Tiny little men who want to...
what is it?
Want to
White,
be in
weak
control
men
of all the
create
women out
hard
there.
times.
Believe it. Yeah.
White, weak men create hard times. That's all I have fucking seen my entire fucking life. You know what? I'm in my mid-50s. I'm fucking sick and tired of it. I don't know about you guys. I'm really fucking tired of this shit.
I'm much younger than you
this?
are, and I agree with you.
We haven't even talked about this today.
Like 10 years younger at least.
Apparently, what the actual fuck from Brooklyn Dad Defiant? Weinstein's New York conviction from 2020 was just overturned in a 4-3 decision by the Court of Appeals. Apparently, they thought his trial was unfair because they judged him on too much of his past evil. Why is the law so fucking stupid?
Establishing fucking character. What the
Okay, here we go. You mad yet? How about
I'm really mad at fucking that. Is he going free? Is he walking?
No, because he's in prison for 16 years, at least in L.A. They can overturn the one in New York, but he's still in jail, in prison, in fucking L.A. So, here we go.
Shit.
Ellen Barkin.
Sucks. That's insane.
Ellen Barkin, a famous actress who probably...
Of course, I know her. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I know of her. I don't know her.
If you're a serial murderer, prior acts define your crime. If you're a serial rapist, prior acts define your crime.
Yes.
Harvey Weinstein is a serial rapist.
Establishing
He is currently rotting in an L.A. prison for the crime of rape. 16 years. Prior acts, there are hundreds.
Easily.
She said.
Easily.
Hundreds.
Easily.
Andrea Junker says everyone knew about Harvey Weinstein. Everyone knew about R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and Jeffrey Epstein. Everyone
Absolutely.
knew about Catholic priests.
Yes.
Everyone knew about Donald Trump. I'm so tired of protecting rich perverts.
This is totally
Keeping
true.
their dark secrets for decades. I'm so damn tired.
All of those
I don't
things
know-
we've always known since we were children. We always knew that, like, Catholic priests, they're pedophiles. We've known that forever. We've known R. Kelly since we saw him. We've known, and R. Kelly put out the song "Age Ain't Nothing
I
But
know.
a Number," and Cosby. As soon as we learned about Cosby, 1 came through. That wasn't enough. 2 came through. That wasn't enough.
Hold on.
15.
Hold on. I just want to
50.
finish. This is my final thought about
Crazy.
the whole thing. I said they overturned it because there was too much evidence he was a rapist. Too much. There's too much evidence there.
Wait a
And
minute.
you're going to overturn it because they used it against him in a court of law?
They're saying there's an
I'm like,
overabundance
make
of
it-
evidence.
Make it make sense to me. There's no logic in this fucking place. This is a war on women.
This is the first I'm hearing
Fucking
this.
period.
This is the first I'm
It
hearing
happened
this.
today.
Well, obviously, I didn't hear it today.
Buried.
An
Buried
overabund-
between his immunity
They're
and his
claiming an
fucking
overabundance
fraud.
of evidence in the case.
What was the word?
Overabundance of
Prior
evidence.
acts.
Overabundance of prior acts.
Prior acts.
Oh, well,
They're
yeah.
using his prior acts.
Which is
But guess what?
establishing
If
character.
you're a serial
It's
murderer,
establishing character.
that means you have to use the prior acts of a serial murderer to call him a fucking serial murderer.
Technically, you
What the
don't call
fuck are
him
we
that,
talking about?
but you do establish and show that he is. And part of establishing and showing that he
Yeah.
is how is, hey, let me ask you this. If he tortured small animals and killed them when he was a child, would that actually shed light on what he's doing today? Because if it does, it establishes character. You can bring those people in to talk about
that
it.
out about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Absolutely,
And
they
then,
did.
and guess what? Jeffrey Dahmer's parents were in the courthouse every day with him while he was going through his trial. And Donald Trump has no one, no kids, no wife, nobody's there. Are you fucking kidding me? And you want to call him, he's just a dad, he's just a father, he's a husband.
I
Give
saw a
me
good
a
one.
fucking break.
I saw somebody say that, Donald Trump is saying that it's unfair that, first of all, he hasn't filed the right paperwork for it, but he's saying it's unfair that he won't be able to go to Barron's graduation. And somebody said, okay, I will give $1 million to any of Trump's other kids if they show any pictures of him at their graduations,
And
which
guess
I
what?
thought was brilliant.
He was off that Friday, and he never went to Barron's graduation because guess
no, it's
what?
coming up, isn't it?
No,
It's not,
it already passed, honey.
Did
You're
it?
2 weeks behind.
I thought it was.
Where the fuck are you? Literally, that
I
was
thought it was
last
later.
Friday.
No, I thought it was in May.
Last Friday.
Really? Wow.
Last Friday.
Okay, I've been
I mean,
so
I'm pretty
focused on-
sure.
I've been so
Because everybody
nose
was going,
down
did he
and-
go to
and
fucking Barron's fucking
reading shit, yeah.
graduation yesterday?
Yeah, I
Because-
guarantee he didn't. Yeah, yeah.
No, he
so,
didn't.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just like none of his other kids. I'm wondering if he can fucking name all of his kids
No,
and all
none
of
of
his
it.
fucking their birthdays and which mom they came from.
No,
I don't think they could.
and
He
none
could.
of
I
he
don't
can
think
name
he
which
could.
mom is buried with which nuclear secrets, but not which mom they came from. And I'm pretty certain that.
God damn, what a sick fuck.
Oh, he's a total sick fuck. Are you kidding me?
Sadistic. I want people to start using the word sadistic.
I want people to start using the word most presidential eligible bachelor just to piss off Melania to the point where either he has to
Melania
kill her
doesn't care.
or she leaves him.
She literally does not care. She knew the
I
whole
don't
fucking
know.
time.
I don't know. She's
She
getting
does
more
not
pissed.
care. In Pecker trial today,
I think
did
she's
they
getting
ever
more pissed.
mention Melania? No.
I think she's getting more pissed.
It wasn't about Melania. It wasn't about saving Melania. Melania fucking knew what
I'm
a
not
fucking
talking about
piece
in
of
the
shit
court.
he was when
Yeah.
she fucking married him.
Exactly.
She just wanted to get out of Slovenia or where the fuck she came from.
The slap away of the hand is one of the things that came out in the court so far of
Oh,
one
and-
of the things that they had to
no.
capture and kill.
How'd she come to this country with a Einstein visa?
Yes.
Oh, she's an Einstein? She's super fucking
She
smart?
is brilliant.
She just knows how to fucking suck dick in 7 different fucking languages?
She wrestled down bear and told it what. So she is brilliant.
Motherfuck. It's infuriating to watch this shit play out.
The more she gets pissed, the more interested I am to see what's going to come out of left field. Because she's either going to come out with a tell-all, or she's going to come out with a flat-out divorce, or she's going to come out with something. She is not happy about this because this is spotlighting at least. First of all, they've called him the world's most eligible bachelor in New York, and that's got to piss her off right there because he was married to her at the time. Then they're talking about at least 2 and or more, we haven't heard yet, of affairs that he was having on her at the time.
The story was debunked from the
Look at Barron. Barron is 7 fucking feet tall. Trump is dwarfed by him. Nobody else in the family's that big except for the pool attendant.
No,
he's the only one that is that
tall. No, it's
tall.
not the pool. You keep getting the pool attendant wrong. Honey, you know who it is. It's a security guard from Tiffany's, which is in the bottom of Trump Tower.
Oh,
he's the one who's 7 foot tall.
Hey, baby. Oh, yeah.
Barron's graduation May 17th.
Oh.
May 17th, so...
It hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't happened.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Everybody was like, I thought it was this Friday, and everybody was like, oh, I thought it had to be this Friday. And I don't know. I have no idea.
No, you say everybody was like, but that was you.
No. I kept seeing it over and over again on social media. I'm just saying, no, what I'm saying is like, who the fuck can keep this fucking bullshit lies, track of his bullshit lies anyway? I really can't.
I don't know. Need a fresh?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going. Ugh.
All right. I'm going to say hi to people. Big Steph fan. Schadenfreude Android. Kathy Zinn. Mark P. over here on Twitch. You guys, thank you so much. Alyosha. Elle et toi, Black Dragon. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
I know we only have a few
très
people.
bon.
We have 10 people over. Steely Dan, brother,
Mama
I
Shaw.
love you.
Okay.
You're one of my favorites over here. I do love you. You're funny. I like the snark in the funny. That's where that's how, I don't know. That's where I love it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out and being here with us.
Absolutely.
HBL Radio Nation every Thursday, 5:30 to 7. We only have about 15 minutes left, and we haven't even given a shout out to anybody over here.
Thank you, lighters.
On YouTube. Midas Kevin. Thank you, brother. Christine and Wizzy Buff. Pervert Hoover. I know you are.
Pervert Hoover. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not...
I know who it is. He's a friend. Jim the Geek, and he's just busting balls. I know. Again, Mark P over there, and Jim the Geek, and Zunny. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to call up names that I'm not sure. Jan Morgan, John from Vegas.
John.
Thanks, you guys, for hanging out.
Everyone.
I thought I saw
I can't see
Spike
anything
and
on
R
here.
in here.
I'm assuming Steve's on here somewhere. Yeah,
Steve's
there he is.
in here. I see Steve.
I see it up there. Yeah.
I love you, brother.
Oh, that's the crack boy.
Yeah. We got to get Steve back in here.
Huh?
I think we should do another movie talk. Just general. I don't know. I heard that from down below.
That was fucking sick.
Your mic caught that fire.
Was an exorcism right there. Sorry.
Total exorcism. Kathy's in.
This mic stinks now.
Mom's Rousseau. Love you, babe. Yeah, that was the exorcism coming out. That was everything you've been holding back for the last
it burns. Yeah, that's
hour 15.
That's good. Yeah. So
Jesus.
Don't be such a poop.
So, anything you brought to the table to talk about today? Because I feel like I dominated the conversation.
No, go for it. Yeah.
There's a lot.
You've been watching a hell of a lot more than I have, obviously, in the last 2 weeks. I've been focused on, like, I could tell you all these article numbers and, down to Article 48.2.4.6. And that's not going to help anybody. So, at this point, really, I was just looking at a few things.
And you literally just passed your test and then you got here.
And then I passed my test, and then I had 2 hours to walk around and watch current media. So I watched CNN and MSNBC back and forth while I was, doing my walks, my tours, and then I got to drive back and got right here. So that's about the only thing that I have. So I have kind of like headlines of like some things, but I have the media stories of other things. I certainly missed a lot of what you picked up on and what you've been following throughout the week.
I've been switching back from the immunity to the PECKER trial all fucking day. So while you were trying to pass the test, I'm trying to fucking...
I was trying to keep making my digits.
I'm like trying to literally absorb all this information. There's no way I could write down all the information I just absorbed today.
Right.
It was so much.
Which is a big thing for you at home. If you don't know, Di writes down everything. She is a notorious note weasel. She will take notes on everything, and then she will go back through them and reread them and then categorize them using highlighters
and colors. So orange
in various
is Trump,
colors. It's an amazing thing.
SCOTUS is yellow.
Every couple of weeks I come in here and she's scurrying around the basement and I throw her a couple of orange highlighters and I'm like, here you go.
Because my orange highlighters always run out.
Those are the main ones, yeah.
And you can only buy them in a pack of 4. I don't need the other fucking colors. I only need the goddamn orange ones because it's all about him. Everything touches him. It all touches him. He's a fucking octopus of fucking treason and fucking...
An octopussy of treason.
And crimes.
Yes.
Fucking piece of shit. I really want to Really.
I can't wait to celebrate the day of him spending an hour in jail, and that might happen pretty quickly here.
I don't know. We haven't even gotten to the Arizona thing. Can we go and try to go over that?
Yeah.
We tried a little bit. The thing about Arizona is Arizona issues indictments of Trump co-conspirators. Mm-hmm. It's a good time to remember that Ginny Thomas pressured 29 different Arizona state legislatures, urging them to approve fake electors.
Yeah.
Again, it's connected. Now you got the Arizona state connected to the SCOTUS. You've got insurrection through Ginny Thomas connected to SCOTUS. You see what I mean? The bigger picture, overall, you got to keep all this shit in your fucking brain. It's so much. For the average fucking person who,
Tony's sitting
has
over
a
there
life,
thinking about what's the group that Clarence Thomas is basically a puppet for? Is that the Hildeberg Group or something?
Heritage Foundation, Federalist Society,
What is it?
Harlan Crow.
No, the group that all they go off into
Heritage.
the woods and they have their
What's the place called?
Yeah.
In California.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian something.
It's
okay.
Not Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's a Queen song.
Because Scaramucci got put in jail, so it's not.
Somebody in the chat will fucking tell us. It's that place in California.
Grove.
Yeah, Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
Where they meet in secret.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing.
Doesn't that seem to fit right in here?
Well, that's the thing is that they Everybody's trying to say Grove, baby, Grove, Bohemian.
Second Grove.
It's on the
Texted me.
tip of my fucking tongue.
People are texting him. Grove.
I love you guys.
Asshole.
There is a delay, so that you know, which is awesome for us.
No, but it's like, you see what I mean about the bigger picture. It's all fucking connected. All these motherfuckers are dirty. They've been dirty for a long time. I'm sorry. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue. I just
who's
couldn't
been
get it
clean?
all out.
Other than, I can name like probably a handful of clean politicians from the overall get-go, and Obama is pretty much right there at the top. Right?
Well, see, you haven't been paying attention.
Who else is clean? Is what I'm
All
saying.
the Democrats right now. A ton of them, except for that one asshole we want to kick out, who's not really a Democrat. That's the thing. A lot of Republicans have been running as Democrats, winning, and then they revert back to being, we've already covered this in previous shows.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
talk about it,
is that, like, impeccable. Nobody's impeccable. But look at Jamie Raskin. Look at even Jared Moskowitz, who's fucking new. Look at Jasmine Crockett. How about what's the chick's name from California that ran against see, I only remember their nicknames because of goddamn Donald Trump. Adam Schiff and the chick that ran against him, Katie Porter, smart as a whip. We have a fucking deep bench of great people who are fucking awesome. And they are for democracy. They're not dirty. It's not on both sides.
That's right.
That's what you hear. No.
Don't point at me and say
No,
that's what I hear,
what
because
you
that's what I don't hear.
Well, because you're telling me right now I don't know who's good.
No.
Amy Wasserman Schultz.
I didn't say I
Adam
didn't
Schiff,
know who's
Katie
good.
Porter,
I asked, who do you think is
Dan
good?
Goldman. We have such a deep bench of fucking great people on our side. They're not all fucked up
AOC.
politicians. AOC, yeah.
Everyone out in California at this point. California is pretty well locked in.
Except for, what's his name? The former Speaker of the fucking House, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, but he's stepping back, and he's not going to be in politics
Bob
much
Menendez. He's the dirty
He's
one.
part of the big-
Yes. And he was the
They're
one who
all
took all this
leaving.
money from Egypt.
Not him, yeah. That's
Bob
not what
Menendez
I mean. Yeah, Bob Menendez, yeah.
He was taking all this money from Egypt and corrupting shit and trying to fuck with our democracy. Fuck him. The funny thing is, when we find out somebody's done wrong in on our side, we kick him to the curb. Even Al
Franken.
Al Franken.
Al Franken
Al Franken did not deserve that.
had one mistake on one photograph that was a bad joke. And he didn't actually make contact, but it was a bad joke at a bad time for it to surface, and he stepped down voluntarily.
Yep.
He didn't get voted down. He stepped
Not both
down.
sides.
Not both sides. That's exactly what started that whole
Sheldon
thing.
Whitehouse in Ohio.
Yeah.
A Democrat in a fucking red state. That motherfucker, he's been really zoning in on SCOTUS and finding out all their fuckery.
Right.
These are the people we need to support. We only have 5 minutes left. So, you guys,
Blue wave.
we gotta have a blue wave.
Blue wave.
What happened to Franken was fucking...
Don't trust your ballot if it says click here and you're selecting all Democrat. Don't do that.
Honey, you
select
click
everything
here.
individually.
Click here. No.
No, I mean,
fill
check
them
here,
out.
whatever. Fill them out individually. Don't fill out one box that says I'm picking Democrat across the board. That doesn't work in a lot of areas. There's a lot of, I'm saying that you got to go through and fill them all out.
I will remind you, we said this last week.
I'm going to keep saying this.
I will remind you again. If you click Democrats down ticket, it doesn't cover the judges.
Right.
And we need the judges in our districts more.
Yes.
We need to, Sheldon Whitehouse, thank you. We need to investigate who are going to become our local judges, because
Yes.
that goes up the shit stream.
Exactly.
Fucking Democrat.
And
Which is why we have to keep saying this and keep reminding people to look at the ballot when you're voting. It's coming up. We may as well start now, right?
So I love mail-in balloting. I love it. In Michigan, I get my ballot to my house. I can look up every single motherfucker on there. I can look up every judge. I can look to everything.
You know me, I'm last minute.
Well, because you're not smart.
No, I'm last minute because I'm going to show up in my kilt.
You may be able to pass your test, but you still voted for Jill Stein, and I will never forgive you for that.
Without ever asking me why, but
Dick.
that's fine.
I'm going to be that stupid to be fucking... That's the thing. We have really smart people who are being duped by these motherfuckers, and we can't let it happen again. We won't.
Are you ready?
So you have to pay
Oh my
attention
God,
to your
he just shit
ballot.
himself.
And we're going to be taking a look at ballots as we get
Vasquez
closer
Goldman.
to the election this time around.
Yeah.
We got to make certain that we're trying to help people to be smarter about the way they're voting, be smarter about what's happening out there. So we got to start pulling up some examples on some of these ballots that are coming up, and hopefully we'll be sharing them with you. We'll see.
No, I just want everybody also to keep that 30,000-foot view of the bigger picture. Look at how all this shit is connected. If you don't believe me, go listen to 5-8 and LB over on 5-8. They fucking know. She knows. We've been seeing this forever. It's just a matter of how much was buried. A lot was buried during the Trump administration because of people like Jeff Sessions and fucking Bill Barr and fucking even, James Comey. Why the fuck do I know these people? I shouldn't even know these fucking people's names. You know what I mean? Like, before, it was a well-oiled machine. And now it's like a clusterfuck because of one asshole. One piece of shit, asshole, orange, dictator, wannabe, rapist,
Before that, we had
fraud.
W.
One.
Before that, we had W. Before that, we had Reagan.
Yeah, but they had a crew of people behind them. We got one asshole who is dictating everything from the fucking Kremlin. Prove me wrong. Oh, you can't?
There's no one to prove.
I know. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. We know it's coming from the fucking Kremlin. The 5-8. Yes, I love the 5-8. Yep, Greg Olier and Lincoln's Bible. I love those guys. Celery, love you. Let's give a shout out for the last few minutes. Celery, Adam Westish, John from Vegas. You guys, Jim the Geek, thank you so much for being here. Mountain bike fan, Zunny. I'm not going to name all your aliases, Adam. You know I love you. Spike and R, we love you. Jackie, Moms Russo, Steve, Wizzy Buff, Big Steph fan, everybody over here on Twitch and on YouTube. And
thank you, everyone.
Please like, subscribe, follow us.
Share with your friends.
Do what you can.
Bring them by.
Bump up the show.
Make them addicts like you are.
And we're going to do a raid into Hal's show. So when you go into Hal's show, say HBL Radio Nation raid.
You're being very on, dude.
Because I know there's a lot of people here who listen to Hal.
Rower.
And it would help bump it up for us. Just saying. We appreciate all that you guys do.
Bump it up, sacrifice your firstborn, and give us some
That's
donations.
a negative. That's a big fat fucking negative.
Oh my God.
I'm Diane Russell.
I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
Peace out, you guys. Take care.
Enjoy, have fun.
We'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks so much.
bitchin' cars. Gonna race you all the way to birth, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably start to cry. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. They're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Gonna race you all the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. And motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They tossed the ball! The whole fucking bar! I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Gonna race you all the way to birth, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Have a motor with a dual quad. Motherfucker piece of shit. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She'll probably start to cry. Oh yeah.
Rubs the lotion on the skin or else gets the hose again.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. They're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no.
That's a lot of words.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Have a motor with a dual quad. Oh, you're gonna die, you motherfucker! I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She'll probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy?
Violate!
One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars. Gonna race you all the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do it. Stepping out of bitchin' motor with a dual quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hand. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.